Tidbits from a mild-mannered accountant. Sink or swim, managing trade debtors. Did you know that more than 60% of small businesses in Australia fail within 3 years of opening their doors? In most cases, these businesses didn't fail because their idea was any good. They failed because of poor management and a lack of working capital. It is this last point I want to discuss today and give some tips as to improve your working capital or cash flow in the business. You can seek funding to increase your working capital in your business, but one of the easiest and cheapest ways you can improve your cash flow is simply to manage your trade debtors more effectively. It would be wonderful if customers paid on time every time, right? Yes, of course. But in reality, it's likely that even the customers you thought you could rely on won't get the cash to you as quickly as you'd like, unless you focus on making it happen. Luckily, there are some relatively simple ways to manage your debtors. Things that even business owners and managers can do right now to get the cash flowing. Implementing good policies and procedures, using the right tools, and optimizing your invoices can pay real dividends. 1. State your payment terms up front. Be very clear here, and don't hide your terms in unreadable fine print. Getting paid will be easiest if everyone knows the terms from the start. Make sure that 1. Quotes and contracts address your payment terms, and 2. You set your terms out clearly on your invoices. Sometimes you may be best to openly discuss your terms with a potential customer. Don't be afraid to bring it up. They will likely be thankful to know where they stand. 2. Go electronic. If you want the invoice process to go faster, consider sending invoices via email instead of by Australia Post. While snail mail can cause your invoices to be delayed by several days, email ensures they reach the customer immediately. Just be sure to confirm your customer's email address ahead of time, as you don't want to complain about late payment or invoices that your customers never received. Always use email software that tells you whether an invoice has been viewed by your customer. It can be handy for cutting through the I haven't received it excuses. 3. Reduce payment terms. One of the many benefits of invoicing via email is that it allows companies to reduce their payment terms. Because of the delays that come with paper mail, businesses used to allow 30 days or more for payment. However, the immediacy of email invoicing means that a business can now specify that payment is due upon receipt rather than allowing for net 30-day billing. As a result, you can collect on bills faster, ensuring sufficient cash flow for the coming weeks. Also, you should send your invoices as soon as the work is completed, rather than waiting until the end of the monthly billing cycles. This helps keep the work fresh in clients' minds. You can also encourage timeliness by offering an early payment discount or charge interest for late payment. 4. Offer multiple payment methods. If you want to be paid on time, then give your customers as many options as possible to pay your accounts. Your invoices should clearly show your customer the various payment options available. With the advent of fast, secure internet, encourage customers to pay by electronic funds transfer. The bank fees on these transactions are far less than for cheques, and you have cleared funds the next day. 5. Clients who do not pay. First, put yourself in your client's shoes. Have you delivered what you said you would deliver? Before setting the dogs on a customer, check first to make sure the fault isn't yours. Next, send reminders. Remembering to send these can be time-consuming, boring, and dangerous for client relations, as it's easy to get it wrong, and receiving overdue payment reminders can be very upsetting for a client. Save yourself the hassle and set up an automated reminder service that plugs into your existing invoicing accounting software. Once an invoice has passed a certain point, you'll need to escalate the issue so the non-payer realises you're serious about collecting the money. After a few email reminders, it's time to call. Remember to tread lightly. Simply call to see if you've done something wrong, or if there's some other explanation for the unpaid invoice. If no amount of reminders or calls will get you paid, it may be time to lodge a statement of claim with the local court, or engage a debt collection company, or a lawyer. Lawyers can be effective, but very expensive. Always take this path with caution. Even if you eventually get paid by the obstinate debtor, do not get burned again. Insist on payment up front if you are going to continue working with the client. 6. Conclusion. To make this work, you need to put what you've learned into practice, and the key to making this work is consistency. So make sure your whole team understands the new system, and make sure everyone is following the procedure in full, every time. Debtor manager falls down when people are not following the correct procedures. You've been tuned in to another tidbit from a mild-mannered accountant. Watch out for more in the coming months.